Hello everyone, this is Pramita here. Today I'm filming this in a different setup, so I hope this works out okay. Uh, Now, if I remember correctly, this will be my February journal flip through number 2. The first flip through had been till this page, and then we'll come to the next day, that is, just let me check. This will be, I think, on 8th. Okay, I have the date written, yeah, 9th, sorry. So this will be 9th Feb, and on this page, what I have tried out is I have used a small portion in a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, which was in the form of a die cut. So I've just cut around the edges and made it into a pocket so that it looks a bit different. And once again, I've used a little bit of ephemera. And this is a wonderful tag that I received from a friend of mine, Shruti. Shruti, thank you for these watercolor papers. She made these tags, and I have just hand lettered this, Friends Forever. And I have journaled at the back too about this awesome tag that she has made. And this small twine is also from her Happy Mail package, which I've just snipped enough to make it into a small thread ribbon sort of thing. And this was a new thing that I had tried out, and I was pretty happy with the result. This February insert of mine, or February journal of mine, you will see a number of new things that I have tried to incorporate. And some were successful, but some were not as successful as I would want them to be. So, and this day I think there was this quote challenge, and my quote was, "You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." It's from Winnie the Pooh, and it's very true in my case, because I always underestimate myself. I never think I'm good enough. But the people around me, my friends especially, they always tell me that I am pretty talented and good enough. Now, let's see what happens. I try to believe in that, of course, but sometimes, you are not, you feel you're not enough. That's it. So, and then this is a small tip in. Actually, this is from the same paper portion. If you can see correctly, I've just chopped off the middle part and made it into a small page. Small tip in out here. This is a small cut apart portion from one Prima pad. These are all Mambi stickers, once again, stickers and washi tape. And this is another paper pad portion from Amy Tangerine, and I have made the same thing. I've just fussy cut around the shape of the flowers and made them into a pocket. And as you can see, I've ripped it a little bit out here. Yeah, we do make mistakes, and I'm not bothered about that. You learn to live with them. No one's perfect. So this is once again a small sticker from Mambi, and this is a wonderful card from Terry, my bestie. So she had sent me this in a Happy Mail, and I wanted to use it for a special day, and this was 10th of Feb, and our quote was on some famous headstrong lady. So what I wrote on headstrong lady quote challenge was, "I trust that everything happens for a reason, even when we are not wise enough to see it." It's a quote by Oprah Winfrey, and I have also written, I have found this quote so true in my life that I thought it was the fittest to make it its own space. And I had received, sorry for the shaking, I had received a Happy Mail from Caress Press. Now this was a small sticker sort of thing which sealed the envelope. I just stripped it bare, made it into a small ephemera, and attached it to this card. And this was once again a small journaling that I had done. And the funny thing is, I've incorporated all the happy mail that I had received in that week from my friends. Like, this was a card from Terry, and here, if you can see, this is a small black grayish golden paper that was from another friend, Shruti, and this was from Sherry, and this was of course from Caress Press. So all my happy mail in one card. That's what I liked about this, and this goes inside this. So that's it. And the journaling continued on the next page, where I have stuck in a small friendship card sent by, once again, Terry. You spoil me so much. And I had this quote out here, enjoy the little things. And see over here how I have messed up. Yeah, I tried to use gesso. Now, one thing I learned about gesso is I am a messy person, sort of. So, up to a certain extent. So, I would like to use gesso separately, not on the page itself. And I can reattach that page later on. So I use gesso on this page. If you can see, this is a magazine page from, I think, National Geographic. And if you can see clearly, let me give you a glimpse of this. I hope you can see it. These are all, I had first gessoed on this page, this flip page, and then I have used the distress crayons that I have from Tim Holtz and used baby wipe on them. And these are some of the leftovers from a wrapping paper. I like the trees and I wanted to give it a home in my journal. See how it's coming off. Okay, so and then I stuck these on the page, and on this page what I've done is, once again, I've used gesso and I've used crayons, and these are some of the pictures from a magazine, and I've cut out some quote words from the magazines and used them over here. These are all with gel pens. I've just done an experiment in a random way. Now this was all strips of paper I had stuck them with gesso and then used Tim Holtz distress crayons, and then I used a stencil. I don't know why it's not focusing. I used a stencil, come on, to wipe off the rest. So that's why I got this honeycomb pattern, and I've just stuck a small luggage tag over here. But the problem with this page was, the Tim Holtz distress crayons, they are pretty waxy and they get transferred from one page to another. I found that initially, but later on, after a few days, it stopped, making a mess sort of thing. It was creating a mess on the next page. So what I did was, I had stuck a piece of vellum out here so that it doesn't get transferred onto the next page. Now later on I had this bright idea, I don't know why. So I used a quote card. It was for day 11, and day 11 is inside this. So I made this into a vellum pull-out pocket. I attached another vellum on the other side. Let me show you. And I journaled on this part. So this is how I did it. 11th. I journaled on this part, and this is a beautiful paper from Kane Company. So I wanted to use it, but I found it a bit too glaring. So I had made this vellum pocket and I put this inside the pocket. It slides in pretty easily. I don't know. Suddenly it has developed a mind of its own. Well, I hope it works out fine. Okay. So this was on 11th. Then on 12th, what I did was I just attached another page to it because once again I was in love with this paper, and I stuck this. This was by Louisa M. Alcott. I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. That is exactly true to me. Like, I had been journaling for so long, but I never thought my kind of journaling would be liked by so many people, would be inspiration to some, and I would be able to impart some knowledge which I had gathered along the way. And it's very humbling. Like, I never take myself seriously. So I thought that, yeah, it's pretty applicable. Like, I'm still learning how to journal, and learning different tricks and tips, whatever. So, and to go with the theme, I had attached small, you know, word strips. I'm capable of big things, and chin up girl. And this came in a small, long strip. I just trimmed it a bit and made it into two parts because it didn't fit on the page. And this was, I think, 12th Feb, and this was a day when I remembered that it was a quote challenge, and there was something about remembering your friend in a quote. And Terry is always such an optimistic person. She always instills hope. And when I had sent her my first happy mail, and it didn't reach her, I was truly heartbroken, and I didn't know what to do. So, but she always told me, Pramita, there is always hope. I still might receive it someday. And strange though it may sound, she received it after, I think, what, about 3 months? And after the second package had reached her. So, and this is one quote that reminds me of her, and I wrote about that Terry had instilled so much of hope in me. And this was Monday, and I wrote in a whimsical fashion. This was a portion from a magazine. I just used it, and this was a sticker. I just used some random washi tapes. This is from, I think, Pink Paisley ephemera, ticket ephemera. And over here I have my quote card, memories cherished, and I had written the quote over here. It hurts the most when the person who made you feel so special yesterday makes you feel so unwanted today. Sometimes it happens. People are not in their own, they don't think what they are saying, and they hurt you unknowingly, and that's what pains me a lot. So that's it. So I think I'll end my flip through over here, and my next flip through will be from the 14th of February, and I'll show you a sneak peek. Terry, I have dedicated a whole page to her. She's my bestie and my sweetheart. She's such a sweet lady. I owe such a lot to you. I learned so much from you, and thank you so much. Bye for now.